Ella se queda todo lo que tú tuviste. Él no pide perdón y tú todavía
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
con todo lo que tú no viste.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, to begin with, what a beautiful ambience. And the most beautiful part of this whole Bright Fair 2026 definitely will be this ambience and the audience tonight joining us to see this beautiful show. Well, talking about the Bride Fair 2026, I think we have to walk a little bit back. If you can remember, in 2010, we had the first ever Bride Fair in the Maldives. Of course, the ambience and the location was different, but I should say, the same the few good men behind the show. So tonight, it's my pleasure for us to be here. Definitely, I'm not the host of this show. There's some two beautiful people waiting behind the scenes. I just came here for a moment because in this story, I also have a very little part. As you know, we have guests from other countries and from Maldives. So I will mix two languages tonight. Tibefrunge isne aikiga divehi bahunna ingiresi bahun etchebbunelam beeno. Divehi rajyega kavennaki kuri zamanaga ves vara ufala aikiga kura kame. Divehinnaki vara fannu eri bay. Ehima kaveni ves ezamana goti varan aadayak gotaka. Ehe nam ves ezamanuge sama hedun ala aila evve saboe riti gahana ala hada. Den e waguta aikiga algonmenge rajyege mihum ves ituru gomtaka daturko adi mihar myoti mulin ehen zamane ehmi ma zamana eggota mi kavenige haflata ai badalwamu as gagganaka dehas dihawanaya ahara hamiyan airu vara ritiko kaveni haflata bavva adi mi kaveni haflage tereng ehen eta bayaku mi kaveni haflage terega ule mire Zamanaykiga taraggivegen vashan mi fennani e huriha beflum ge masekke ehma mi bride famves e baves fenigen daane mi wujudan a goi kiyalum ge kurin vara khas tin farataka stage eba dannawalanche ei bride fair 2026 wujudan awmuga emme magandu mulimi team ge leadership adi behind gatibi mi show on kura timbe funnedan mari etimmi hunakkeni few good men ehima emme furutama shafi nazi nihad So this is the few good three men. Come on. Well, in 2010, I met the same three young men then. Even now, I'm not saying anything. But I think this story, Shafi has to tell something about the bride first.
Thank you, Mari. Me bride Maldives not the bride fair behegotung wara rangal wahakatake Mari dakkafi. Emme rangal wah dakkam engenius Mari. Ei dehas dihega almen bride fair fettiruga almen emme frutama hostakan ai Maria adi Mariga colleague wadde den wadde me odumagotu neti. Ekamako Marian enge wara bride fair ge malumat enge mismi wara maduan ehma aharmenge ehma emme fashion Marie ehma mire Marie mitanang astini tive mi kamattaka Marie warbura shukura dakura. I'm not going to talk much because I think Nihad will do most of the talking. He's always a talkative guy. So Shafi habar wah dakka beermen shaha bunalam benu vaicheki Tibeflung algonmenna tideva support algonmen mikan kuriye gennan algonmenna mikura itubar ngeto khas komita mi hadaf team stol dog wedding ngeto e beflung algonmenna itubar ko mitanan aitive algonmen beflung warbur shukura da kuran ehma algonmen bunlem benmani algonmenna tibeflung tikura itubar tikura mi gadar no algonmen bride Maldives and bride fair tikura ka algonmen warbur shukura da kurame kuriyong etanga sirad kure vijja adi Barceló miuna adi hembe ka gulige mes metos hamarangal kuri gendeve tolum balana me alon nihada dunia kane marangalwani
अस्सलाम वालेकुम शुक्रिया मी ब्राइड मोल्डिस उफेदिके मी देहास नोइंग हिसाब गा मी शाफी के हम आइडिया दें अलमेन की एरो मी फोटोग्राफर्स हम मेहारस फोटोग्राफर्स दें शाफी के आइडिया अलमेन मी तिम्मी हम वेगे मी इम्प्लीमेंट कुरी दें की रोल में अदा करनी हम शाफी दें अलमेन मितिबेनी असिस्टेंट्स हुरिहा दें हुरिहा कंतते गदें मी मेदनु केंडी हतर वर्क हारो गोस्सा दें कोविड एस आदि इतुरा अलमेन मी ब्राइड फेयर बावाने थाने नुलिबिगें मिहिं गोस मिकन तक्कोड़ को माडू जी फोती दें मिहिं मलेन को अलमेन मी दिमाई बार्सेलोस Mr. Enrique. So, first of all, thank you for giving us the opportunity to hold this fair at Barcelo's Nasandhura, since we were waiting for this moment actually. So, thank you on behalf of the Bride Maldives team and Bride Fair. The ituraka dealus ituraka ichivaha ke dakala ka benmenna hevima shoge kuriyang hori kantataka fursatu demum adi ekkantange boyge mi feaga ibo almenge dawata rajyen berum wes ibole model plus host then adi by photographer as hevima I would like to thank you to all of them as well and shukriya. So let's enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Too much talking always.
Nazi. Well, when we celebrate the Bride Maldives as an annual signature event built on three powerful pillars: culture, creativity, and collaboration, the Bride Fair is more than an exhibition. It is a comprehensive platform bringing together all aspects of the wedding and event industry under one roof. And tonight, you will meet all of them here. As Shafi and both Nihad mentioned, I think this is happening because of Barcelo's Nasandhura Malé. And I think this is the best ambience for a wedding. Tonight, you will not doubt it when we finish the show especially. So we extend a very much gratitude to Barcelo's, and also the management team is here witnessing the end of this successful event. So Shafi will stay with me, and he'll be my co-host now. Thank you, Nazi. Thank you, Nihad. Next time I'll get Nazi say something. He's the humble man, the mind behind. So let me very kindly call upon on stage the hotel manager, Mr. Enrique Reiner. Thank you very much for your gracious presence and make this happen along with the bride team. Well, this is the era of digitalization and digital world. And as you know, Maldives is also moving on to 2.0. You must have heard that on the news. So this is also a very special moment of this evening. It is time for the official launching of 2026 Bride magazine cover, of course, digitally. And the honors will be done by Mr. Enrique Reiner and accompanied by Shafi. What a beautiful cover, isn't it? So thanks. everything. We just can't have a show and leave it. So Shafi and team has gotten everything together, and digitally, you all can get to see that in real. Thank you very much. And I think he cannot go out of stage before saying something, isn't it? So kindly say something to the audience and about the fair. Thank you.
Okay. Well, very good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for coming. I like to keep my speeches quite short. First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming. The exhibitors, there's some fantastic exhibitors this evening. When we first had the first conversation about the Bride Fair, I came from a hotel that had many events. And in Barceló Hotel Group, what we always try to do is integrate the hotel wherever we may go in the world, whatever out of the 300 plus hotels that we may have, we always try to integrate the hotel into the community. And this, I think, is one of the best examples of it. We truly do believe that Nasandhura has, after a year of operation, we opened in April 2025, we working very hard with the 200 people that are currently working in the hotel. We work day and night, and we truly do try to deliver the best service and deliver the best experiences. And I think with weddings, it's all about the experience. The place, it has a very high, percentage of satisfaction within, but it's the core of the people that really do make that experience true and real. So all I want to do is just say a couple of words. Thank you to obviously everyone that's made this event a success, and hopefully for the next couple of days we can enjoy the exhibits, we can enjoy the food, the beverage, the hotel, and of course enjoy the work that has gone into all of the dresses and the suits. Okay, so I think the true experience is what is going to come now. And obviously from my side, thank you everyone for coming, and thank you for choosing Nasandhura as the place to host Bride Fair Maldives 2026. Okay, and thank you for coming.
Marianeka Shafi the Wah Dakam Mulani Kumako Shafi Wah and Odakan Marianeka Hawal Kurani Waka Daka me Enric Faka and Kure Kamakudan Shafi Ter Bonelafaname. You haven't mentioned it, but I think I will mention it in Divehi so it will be more clear for everybody. Me Rajek Emme Furtama Emme Rangalo me Vedim Baba Destin Tanaki Nasandhura. Mikama Yeno Evis Befla Debaswane Eruga Vedine Vejabas Nasandhura Dakan. Then Fakang as Darbar Gakan. Then in Turtan no Kudukuti Malam Hunan. Ecom Mihar Mulimeson outdog. Ecom outdog a baby Algonmen. Khasako mitamiti hura photographer na varbodu dere dima ingeto e algun beenwe var rangalo photo create kura e studio portraits ki emme rangalo e photo banda dam faruga eko miharati behulun engilebane wedding photo naga tantanum warag gina faru e photo misse ba kolla e photo eba misswe ehma aamuko atuga bahattan ekala reet photo e nuhure ehma portraits ki wara muhim mecche ekotu Nasandhura baavva yaruga Nasandhura advantage ki e portrait nagane thange balibe outdoor bebe mananu kan nulibe e portrait nagane thane ehma astuga e shot eba gelle ehma me photographers community tereng algon men adiwes mashakke kuram beenumani tibalna danna beeni me photo naga me kaven baldawanne yaruga portrait nege kaha gotoka kure genna wash e memories ki den recreate nu kurevene ech ingeto ehma e photo nagan denen adun hedun laagena naade venakan kuraka a moment gelli fainane mihar salome mi outdoor baba mi party to kalma handang bore mi adi portrait nagam fahun annana me mihar ek fahun dihawar kahar e mihun nusne em e warbodu massale ingeto em algon men khal bike kannege khal pointing highlight kollani em mihar Nasandhura ki mi ekama emme rangalu et tane algon denne vidan e mitang e huriha facility e buhure portrait negen e buhure me adi outdoor beenu jamatik outdoors negen e buhure glass walk e buhure em baawar facilities Nasandhura ge buhure em kuring algon men e beenun kuri Nasandhura aitive algon hiwani ei kaavani ballan kuring ate miss mehna libigen devar rangal opportunity engene I think already too much. I'll give it to you, Marie. Thank you.
Shafi loves to talk. Thank you, Shafi, and thank you, Mr. Enric Reiner, for this. එහෙම බර මුලින්ම දෙතින් කමෙන් හිඟාපි විතනග මැගසින් ලොන්ච් කර විච්ච වාහකතක දක්කාල විච්ච Kurige Nasandhura Devit. Well, as Shafi mentioned, Nasandhura, I'm sure everyone here will have some memory in this hotel. A wedding party, a birthday party, or some occasion or some celebration. So even today, this is a seafront hotel in the capital Malé where land is scarce. So I think this will be one of the most beautiful places to host a wedding. And tonight you also meet the exhibitors here. In your wedding you can choose many things within this hall as well. So that's a very important people for us tonight, especially for the bride team. And I would like to also tell you all, the Bride Fair 2026, when it was announced, this time the support was immense. 12 proposals came in, but due to time and due to space, they only chose 8 designers. So I'm sure in the future, we will see many. And thank you very much for all those people who are sending the proposals and wanting to be a part of Bride Fair 2026. We also thank everybody who is here tonight. And one more thing, if you go back, when Shafi, Nazi, and Nihad was here, when they thought about Bride Fair, they were young 3 photographers. And they were taking the bride's photographs. And one day they thought, this should become very big. And then, where will be the space for these weddings? Where will be all these, the linked photographers, the videographers, the beauticians? Where would they all come together? This was the thought which them, when they were taking the photographs, this thought came into them. And today, this is the second Bride Fair. And inshallah, there will be many more to come. And many more designers, creative work will be seen here. And this is just the beginning of tonight. As you know, they say, a bride and a baby can never be ugly. So tonight, I'm sure you will see this on this runway. I should not be talking too much, but when I was at backstage, I was seeing them prepare. This is a huge preparation by the team. And I should also mention Rizna's name. Rizna's been the core person with Bride team, handling all the operations and managing the whole show with this big team. So I should also mention and acknowledge Rizu. Yes, before we start, I always see a very quiet audience in the Maldives, so I also don't like to talk too much. But I'm also excited, as you know. I miss my co-host, Vadde, of course, but I must tell, there are 2 beautiful hosts coming on stage, and I'm sure you will not want me after that. So I will introduce them in a very brief way. As you know, one co-host is handsome. He has a good voice and he has flown all the way from Sri Lanka to be here with you all. So let me introduce him. His name is Amanda Amaraseka and he's a model. He's also an advocate for mental health and he's been Mr. International Sri Lanka 2018. And also Face of Asia, Sri Lanka 2022. And he's been doing great work in Sri Lanka. And tonight, he will join me on stage. Come on, Amanda. He was teaching me how to pronounce his name. Did I pronounce it well?
Perfectly so.
And then we have a very young presenter from our country. She has been a content creator. You must have seen her very much on the social media and lately on public service media. It was her dream to be a presenter and she's producing and presenting programs and she's young and energetic. Let me call the beautiful Aishi. So I will leave you in good hands with Amanda and Aishi. Please take on the show and thank you very much, Bride team, for inviting me. It was such a great pleasure and I want to see a very smiling and a clapping audience, yeah? See you all then.